Right side of your screen.
Remember, the drivers say, I can't see past the car in front of me. So Michael really can't see. It looked to me like Kyle in the 18 said, I'm going to get behind the 5, but Michael wasn't ready for him to do that. We've talked about how the drivers communicate with each other on their radios. Those two may not have the ability to do that.
Let's have a look from behind the accident, right in the middle of the racetrack.
Darrell, did it almost look like he wanted to first go down there and then had a second thought about it and came back up?
I think he got just a tad loose when he was going to cut to the bottom. I think his car got a little loose, and then Michael was right up on him, and the air just
from Mark Martin.
3 wide.
Together.
Watch the top right of your screen coming
right up
in.
Here.
Michael into his teammate Rudeman.
Got Rudeman loose.
Right in front of Keselowski. Here comes Nemechek. Pow into Michael.
Nope, didn't make it. Didn't make it.
Brian Keselowski, we just talked about, was involved. That white car up against the wall there.
There's Mark Martin down here, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. My. Let's see if we can see anything. Well, there's not a whole lot to see. Michael just got into the back of the... Tony Stewart did the same thing to Michael in the Bud shootout. Got into him pretty hard and turned him around right there and got Michael with it.
And Darrell, everybody was going to the apron, but those cars sliding off 31 degrees of banking, that's where they're going to end up.
It's kind of an old saying down here. What goes down must come up. And you try to go around on the outside if you can.
Jimmy Johnson's 48 just barely got into the back of Matt Kenseth to do enough damage to the right front.
The old Aaron Stream machine, she's done.
Marcus Ambrose is going to the garage for repair. Michael Waltrip's car comes steaming toward the garage.
Brian Vickers in the 83 car gets a lot of damage. Marcus Ambrose in the 9.
Look at that. 3 Henry cars, 24, 48, and 5, all slamming into each other.
Back it down, back it down, back it down. Come on. Still coming. We're front hand over here, guys. I'm working here to the right side.
Sure glad they put that safer barrier down along that inside wall there, because we've had a lot of people get into it.
Hard hit. Travis Kvapil is the car behind. And this is the second caution in a row, watching from our Fox Exmo extreme slow motion cam, where we've had one car trying to help another and instead taking them out of the race.
Yeah, that's actually teammates right there. Robert Richardson and the other car that got into the back of him.
In both cases, I think.
And Travis Kvapil, who turned Richardson around for the last caution, gets up out of the groove, knocks the Long John and the Silver off the right side of his car.
Had all the look that a right front tire was going down on that car.
Good point. Time for an AT&T race break. Down to Chris. Biffle, you're riding with Biffle.
Guy in front of Matt can't pick a lane. Easy.
I think Biffle was trying to go down to get him behind Matt and just mistimed it a little bit, clipped him in the right rear and shot him into the outside wall. And again, see all those styrofoam blocks? That's the safer barrier. Man, that is the greatest thing since interliners and tires.
Again, Matt Kenseth climbed from his car. He was okay. Here's looking back from Joey Logano. Pretty vicious hit. Here it is on our Fox Exmo cam.
And did you see how close he came to taking Montoya out?
Tenth caution flag of this Daytona 500. It comes out with 64 laps to go. Your screen, here they come off turn 4.
Well, I think you got to remember something too about that 16 car. It's been wrecked once. And so it's not handling all that great, and Montoya just got into the back of him. And, you know, Larry, one thing, and Mike, these guys have been so complimentary of each other. Oh, it wasn't his fault. Just racing.
Look at that yellow car of Kurt Busch dive to the inside and escape down pit road, as does Ryan Newman.
So much of that has to do with this fresh asphalt. It has a ton of grip. You can turn that car just dead left straight down pit road.
Fresh grass doesn't have much grip at all.
Still clear by 3 out back. Montoya pushing. And he turned the pit on. On pit road now. In the grass. You want to take it easy. Nothing's coming at you. Hold her down right there. Nothing.
And on our Fox Exmo cam,
we were talking about synchronized racing. That's synchronized spinning right there.
look at Montoya, the car control, locks the brake, waits on it, unlocks the brake to make the turn to pit road, while Biffle is headed for the grass.
Like a snow plow going through there.
Yeah. That nose is tough. You can see right in here, there's just a big wad of cars, and
Robbie Gordon.
Like Robbie got into the back of Brad. And you know, you just can't say what happened. You don't know if Brad had to lift. You don't know if he was trying to change lanes.
That's what sent Smith to the infield.
He got down there and hit Joey Logano in the 20 that got into the side of Regan Smith in the 78.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty hard lick on that 20 too, Larry. Robbie gets a little contact.
Oh, Tony, big miss right there.
Great job there.
Look at Montoya.
Once again just slips by. Then
as he comes down the track,
when he comes down the hill, this is when
trouble.
he's going to get into the side of the 20 car. Right there.
Look at Stephen Wallace in that 77. What a job.
He missed one.
What a job by him, though.
Yay!
Right here in front. Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Just check up, stay low. Get on the apron, on the apron.
Ah, that sounded pretty hard.
Tony Stewart had a split second. Not even time to decide. Watch the bottom of your screen, 78-22.
Watch this gap that the 78 gets off the corner here now. Now, Kurt Busch says he's getting he's getting a push from Tony. He slams into, he didn't get hooked up smooth. He slammed into the back of the 78, and that just turned him into the outside wall.
Dave Blaney scoots through.
Hamlin was on the brakes, locking up. He's going to have to come to pit road because he's got flat spotted tires. But that was just from getting a little bit of a gap. And then Tony Stewart got behind Kurt Busch and just pushed him up, and he slammed into the back of Regan Smith in the 78 and turned him in the outside wall.
Left front damage on Hamlin. The nose gone on Boyer's car. Left front damage to Newman. Right side damage to Smith. There you see it.
It was almost guaranteed, Larry. I didn't see how they could keep pushing it like that, the way they were. 3 wide this late in the day.
That's the 2 cars that's led to most laps in this Daytona 500, Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer.
And Regan Smith, what a wonderful day he had up to
Wonderful week.
Great. Do you see right there? That was just too hard to hit. Even though it's on the straightaway, these cars are harder to control down the straightaway than they are in the corner with the banking.
Newman and Boyer have made pit stops, and they are able to continue. Now Hamlin has a flat tire.